بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Inshallah, we will go through 3 verses from Surah Al-Hadid, very important verses. Yesterday we were talking about the qualities of the people of Iman and then the qualities of the people of Nifaq, hypocrisy. These are 2 opposites. Where there will be Iman, it will be free of Nifaq, and where there will be Nifaq, Iman will go. So they are opposites. So Allah mentioned the situation of both of them on the day of Qiyamah. Then Allah asked a question, like the way He asked questions فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ in Surah Ar-Rahman. He's asking questions in Surah Al-Waqi'ah about the water that we drink, about the crops that Allah causes to grow. Also in Surah Al-Hadid, Allah is asking a very serious question. Allah says, hasn't the time come yet? أَلَمْ يَأْنِ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Hasn't the time come for the people of Iman that their hearts surrender for the dhikr of Allah? The hearts change. So now this ayah is a question from Allah, and today could be Ramadan, the last day of Ramadan. We all need to ask ourselves this question. Ramadan has come, now it's going. Has it changed me? Has it changed my life? Has the time come for me to surrender myself all the time to the changing of Allah? Point of reflection. وَمَا نَزَلَ مِنَ الْحَقِّ. The Quran that Allah has revealed, it wasn't just there to be recited, to be heard in Taraweeh, to do the khatam and finish. That wasn't this. It was there to be accepted, to embrace, to make it part of our life. So Allah said, hasn't the time come for you to go beyond just reading and listening to the Quran, to go to the next step of embracing it into our life? And then Allah says something really, Allah says, وَلَا يَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابِ. They should never become like the people of the book before. They said, we will do it later, we will do it later, we will do it soon. When we become 50, we will do it. When we go for Hajj, we will do it. When we become 70, we will do it. So they just carried on procrastinating, they just carried on dragging it, leaving it, till a time came, فَطَالَ عَلَيْهِمُ الْأَمَدِ. The hopes became very long, and in the meantime their hearts became hard. وَقَسَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ. Their hearts became hard, then it was too late to change. Too late. That is why when the thought comes, when Ramadan comes and we want to make that change, immediately make that change. Don't wait for next Ramadan. Who knows, maybe it's too late. The Prophet ﷺ mentions the one who will miss 3 Jumu'ah for no reason. 3 Jumu'ah he has missed without any valid excuse. Allah will make his heart sealed. Allah will seal his heart. So these are things, when we start doing wrong things, then in the beginning we feel it. What am I doing? So in Ramadan, when somebody wanted to do wrong thing, they say, what am I doing in Ramadan? No, I can't do this in Ramadan. This feeling needs to be there all the time. Not only because of Ramadan. If this feeling is not there, that is a sign that it could be a hard heart. Allah save us. He said, don't become like those people who carried on, dragging it till it became so many years in evil, so many years in disobedience that the heart became immune to it. اعلموا أن الله يحيي الأرض بعد موتها. Then Allah says, do you not know that Allah is the one who causes the earth to grow, to become alive again after it is dead? We look in autumn, we look in winter, the earth seems all dead. Then spring comes, summer comes, it becomes nice and green. So who is doing this? It's the same way, don't think that I am too sinful to change. If Allah can change the earth, why can't He change your heart? Why can't He? Allama Tahawi rahimahullah, Imam Tahawi, whose Aqidah is very famous, Aqidah Tahawiyya, small booklet. He was a very, the students of knowledge will know this. I have mentioned it, but for everyone a lesson. When he was studying knowledge, his mind wasn't there. He was a very weak type of student. He used to make so much effort, but he just couldn't come round. To the extent that his uncle, Imam Muzani rahimahullah, his mamu, he was the student of Imam Shafi rahimahullah. He used to teach him, so then finally he just gave up on him. He said, it's as if you don't have the mind for it, you're not going to learn anything like this. But now he was upset. I'm trying to learn, I'm not learning, what should I do? So he went somewhere out in the outskirts, and then he saw like a water coming down the mountain, and there was a rock, and due to one drop of water coming on the rock, just one drop at a time is coming down, even there's a dent in the rock. He said, this water is so soft, but just because continuously one drop is coming, it's made like a hole in the rock. I'm sure my heart is not hard as the rock. I will continue. I'm going to become like that water. One drop. I'm going to not give up. And he continued studying, and he continued studying, and he continued studying till he became the Imam. Till he wrote the book, Sharh Ma'ani al-Athar. He's like a judge, he's like a barrister in the court of fiqh. Amazing. His books is being taught in every Darul Ulum. There was 7,000 ahadith which we teach here. Every Darul Ulum teaches it, and nobody manages to finish in the whole year. In the whole year they just about managed to finish about 1,000 hadith. It's amazing, how he puts one side of all the hadith together, and then he puts another side of the hadith together, and then he comes to a conclusion. And then he brought that hadith to his uncle's grave, and he said, "Oh my uncle, if you were alive today, you would have to give kafara, you would have to give compensation for the qasam you said that I'm not going to learn anything. I never gave up, this is what Allah has took from me." So we should never give up. We should never give up. Even today, every person here has the potential to become Jalaluddin Rumi of the time. Even today, every person here has the potential to become Imam Ghazali of the time. If we think that we are not going to learn anything, if we think we cannot become that Jalaluddin Rumi, we cannot become, as if we think that Allah doesn't have the power to make me like this. Allah is the one who made him like that. Allah is the one who made them on that level. And if I try, I show Allah, I don't give up, I show Allah the zeal, the enthusiasm, motivation, I turn to Allah, I beg Allah, Allah will give it to me as well. They became who they became. They never came into the world as Jalaluddin Rumi. They became like this. They never came into the world like this. So let us not give up on ourselves. If the thought has come in this Ramadan that I want to make that change, stick by it. Live with it. And continue with it. And let it progress. Don't let it go down. Don't go backwards. Don't go in reverse gear. Go forwards. Our life is not going backwards. Why are we going backwards? In terms of our akhirah. Why are we going backwards? Allah give us understanding. Then one ayah which Allah mentions, this whole life Allah has summed it up in one ayah. So amazing. Allah said, "I'lamu annama al-hayatu dunya." This life that we have given you, 70 years, maybe 80, 90 years, Allah knows. What is it? La'ibun. It's a play. Toys. When a child comes into this world, then he needs toys, keys, these things to play around with. It's just toys. Then the next stage comes, lahwan. Then you want a bit more entertainment. So now a 10, 15-year-old, he doesn't want those toys anymore. They want a bit more entertainment. And then 15-year-old now is more about fashion, designer, wazinatun. So Allah is mentioning the different stages a person has in life, wazinatun. And then he goes into his 20s, he gets married, he gets a job, وَتَفَاخُرٌ fil amwali wal awlad. Then he starts boasting with each other, competing, being proud over each other about wealth. Look at my car, look at my house, have you seen my new job, have you seen this? And he'll purposely pull out his phone in front of the whole world, so people ask him, where did you get that phone from? And that's the reality. And then they will say, boasting about children. How many children? Do you know how many children we have? You know, my children, he's studying in Oxford. My other son, he's doing his master's there. So, being proud. You know, this is life. This is what each other. And then Allah says, وَتَفَاخُرٌ فِي الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَوْلَادِ كَمَثَلِ غَيْثٍ. It's like rain. أَعْجَبَ الْكُفَّارَ نَبَاتُهُ. Which makes the non-Muslims feel good about the crops. ثُمَّ يَهِيجْ فَتَرَاهُ مُصْفَرًّا. Then it becomes nice and green, and you see it all beautiful scenery. But then a wind blows, or then a storm comes or something, and then everything gets destroyed. Similarly, the death comes and everything comes to an end. The toys are finished, the amusement is finished, the designers are finished. Just today or yesterday we heard the janazah of a 20-30-year-old youngster leaving the world. Everything finished. Family finished, designers, whatever they had motives in life, all come to an end. That is the life. Allah said. So what is the aim? سَابِقُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. These are just parts of life. This shouldn't become, the aim of your life. Allah said, سَابِقُوا. Hasten towards the forgiveness of your Allah. وَجَنَّةٍ. And towards that Jannah. عَرْضُهَا كَعَرْضِ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ. The width of the Jannah is like the width of the heaven and the earth. If that's the width, imagine the length. Allah said, this is what you have prepared for those who believe in Allah and His Prophet, who work towards it. وَمَا الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا إِلَّا مَتَاعُ الْغُرُورِ. The life of this world is a deception. People take it very seriously, and it makes people get into it too much, and then that stops them from the aim of Akhirah. Allah give us understanding. So we saw in Ramadan, mashallah, we are seeing in Ramadan where people focus more on fulfilling the aim, building the Akhirah. But we need to try to maintain that throughout the year. Ramadan should be a year to charge, a month to charge enough that will keep us going for the whole year. What is the sign? What is the sign that Allah has accepted my Ramadan? What is the sign that Allah has accepted my 29-30 fast? What is the sign that Allah has accepted my Taraweeh? Is there any sign? A person, he came to Shah Wasiullah rahimahullah, and he asked him, I have fasted the whole month, I have done Taraweeh the whole month, I have given so much charity, I have done so many good deeds. What is the sign that Allah has become happy with it? So he said, analyze your life before Ramadan, analyze your life after Ramadan. Not only in Ramadan, analyze your life before and after. If there is any change between your life before and after, before you never used to perform your salah, or you did perform but not with jama'ah, now you are performing all your salah with jama'ah, you are performing all your salah. There is any positive change, that is a sign that Allah has accepted your whole Ramadan. That's a sign that you are going in the right direction, you are on the right road. Otherwise, your life before Ramadan was the same, and straight Ramadan finished, your life, you went back to that same life. You only became practicing just for Ramadan, you only fasted because you had to fast, and you just did Taraweeh because for the sake of it, whatever, then there is something wrong. The Prophet ﷺ stood on the first step, Ameen. Second step, Ameen. Third step, Ameen. One of them, the one who finds such a great blessed month of Ramadan, yet he doesn't get himself accepted, forgiven by Allah. Allah not make us from amongst these people. Let us turn to Allah the last few moments, or the last opportunities that we have of this blessed month of Ramadan. Let us make the most out of it. Let us do shukr to Allah for the things that He has given us the ability to do, and do istighfar for the things that we wanted to do, we could have done, but we will not be able to do due to our own negligence. Before Ramadan, every person must have had a lot of aims that I'm going to do so many khatams, I'm going to do so much. But when Ramadan finishes, then he doesn't manage to do it. We need to do istighfar that, oh Allah. But it's not going to finish there. I'm going to continue. The things I couldn't do in Ramadan, I'm going to make it up even after Ramadan. Although it won't be the same spirit as Ramadan, but the Quran is still there. Allah will still give me the 10, each letter 10 reward. The masajid are still there. For each salah, I'm still going to get 27 times more for performing salah with jama'ah. Allah give us understanding. Allah accept all our Ramadan, all our fasting, all our ibadah, all our sitting in the programs and all the ibadah, that charity, that what we have been doing in the month of Ramadan. Allah accept it. One is to do the thing and one is to get the thing accepted by Allah. That's another thing. One is to fill the form in application for visas or for whatever, and then one is to now say that, look, I've filled everything in, now just make dua, it gets accepted. You go through. So we have done the good thing, we have done the good deal. Now we need to turn to Allah to get it accepted. Oh Allah, I don't know whether I did it properly or not, whether the sincerity was there or not, whether it was the way you wanted it or not, but oh Allah, this I tried my best. Oh Allah, please accept. If you will not accept, who will accept? Allah become happy with us. Before the day the Eid presents and the Eid messages come to us, Allah should send us that message that, oh my slave, I have become so happy with the Ramadan that I have forgiven you. Jannah is for you. Allah make that a reality, inshallah. Ameen wa sallallahu wa sallam ala rasulina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.